Well, good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for taking a few minutes out of your time to watch this video. And I want to say thank you first and foremost, before anything else, for being one of our life group leaders here at New Hope Christian Church. You may be getting this email and saying, I didn't quite know that I was a life group leader. I mean, I teach a Sunday school class, or I teach a real life discipleship group. And so what we're kind of doing this year with our small group program, with our life group program here at New Hope, is we're rolling everything underneath of our mission statement. And we're saying, if you are a person who is helping to make growing disciples of Jesus Christ, you are a group leader for us. And so thank you, first and foremost, for doing that. Thank you for pouring your life. Thank you for spending your time. Thank you for having the conversations. Thank you for teaching. Thank you for loving. Thank you for going and being a part of the lives of the members here at New Hope Christian Church. You guys and ladies, you all are the front lines of our mission, of our ministry, here at New Hope Christian Church. We fully understand that without you all, without our group leaders here at New Hope, then our mission of making growing disciples of Jesus Christ cannot happen. As many of you know, because of your groups, it's very hard for one person to disciple Googles of people. It's nearly impossible. I mean, even Jesus had his 12, and within that 12, he had his 3. And with that 3, he had one that he really, truly poured the majority of his life in teaching and discipleship in. Just like you guys who have groups of 10, 12, 15, 35, Harvey, you guys get how hard it is to really disciple each and every person. And so in a church, New Hope size, it's very hard for the staff or the elders or the leaders, the ministry leaders to disciple this many people. So we get, first and foremost, we get that you are the front lines of our ministry, and we understand that it takes time away from your family, that it costs you time away from work, that it requires you to give up recreational things, and so we want to simply say thank you. Thank you so much for pouring into the members here at New Hope. Thank you so much for giving of your time. Thank you so much for giving of yourself. Thank you for being so in love with Jesus. Thank you for loving the kingdom and caring for other people so much that you're willing to take time to be a group leader for us here at New Hope. We fully understand that without you, nothing happens. And we want you guys to know that we pray for you in the leadership and our staff. We pray for our group leaders. We pray for your effectiveness. We pray for your families. We pray that you will be able to shepherd your groups in the way that Jesus has intended for you to shepherd them, so that they can become more like Jesus. So thank you, and know that we're on your side. We're here. We're in your corner, and we're fighting for you to be able to do what you do. So thank you first and foremost. Excuse me real quick. If you don't have coffee, you may need it. I'm not going to make this really long, but you may just need some to keep this in. All right, so I want to tell you a little quick thing about what our goal is for this semester for our life groups. Right now, with everything transitioning and up in the air right now, we're simply looking at a semester right now with our programming. And so we're looking at life group program for our adults this fall, and this is our goal. Our goal this year with our groups is simply to connect people. We are not looking for numbers. We're not looking for percentages. We're not looking for you to do attendance and report back to anybody. We get that numbers represent people whose lives are being changed. But at this particular juncture, we're saying we're not worrying about the numbers. And we're not worrying about how many people are in our small groups. We're not worrying about that. Our goal, and this may seem kind of contradictory because we're saying we're not worrying about numbers, our goal is simply to connect. And so that's why we've been promoting it from the stage. You're going to hear a little bit more about our plan here in just a second. That's why we've got a big plan. That's why we are launching all of our groups that we're launching, because we simply want to connect as many people as possible. We truly believe that the way for our church to continue growing is for us to get smaller. And so in order for us to grow big, we have to get small. People tend to feel lost in a church that gets big, that grows, that is vibrant, because the numbers continue to grow, and they feel like they don't know anybody. And the way for them to truly connect to a church, to truly connect to a body of believers, is to connect to a small group of people who they are doing life with on a weekly and daily basis. And so our goal is simply to connect as many people as we possibly can to groups. The great thing about New Hope is we already have a really great small group, life group ministry in place. And so what we're doing is simply building upon the foundation that has already been laid by the people who have done the work before us. One of the cool things that we are able to do because of where we're at with our life group ministry this year is come this fall, come here in 3 weeks, we're actually going to be launching close to 25 groups, which is absolutely amazing. That means that there is a lot of groups for people to get connected to, and that's what we want to do. We want to make this as easy as possible for people to get connected. And many of you have gotten an email from me over the past week. Many of you have been contacted by Bobby as well. And so we've been trying to gather the master list so that we can let people know. And what's amazing to me is that here at New Hope, we have at least 3 groups meeting every single night of the week except for Friday and Saturday. I can't imagine why you would want to go Friday and Saturday with your family or your spouse and have a date or something like that. But isn't that awesome? 25 groups that we have that are currently happening and will be launching this fall in just a couple weeks, which just shows how incredibly important groups are to our growth and to the makeup, our DNA of who we are as New Hope Christian Church. So that's incredibly awesome. And thank you to you guys who've been doing groups, and welcome to all of you who are doing new groups. And we're just thrilled about that. So that's our primary goal this semester, is just to connect as many people to our groups as possible. From a administrative side of it, if you're going to do the flip side of that, our secondary goal is just to have open communication. We want to be the leaders to you. And we get that sometimes leaders need help. And so we want to be able to help you with questions that maybe you have or questions that are brought to you. We want to help give you some training. We want to help bring you new ideas or get you the curriculum you need. We simply want to be here for you. And so anything that you need, and this is serious, and I know people say this all the time, but we truly mean this. Anything you need, we want you to come to myself or to come to Bobby Johnson, and we want to help you. Because like I said earlier, you guys are the front lines of our ministry, and without you, none of this takes place. And so we want you to be fed. We want you to feel like you're supported. We want you to feel like there's somebody in your corner. We want you to feel like if there's something going on, you have somewhere to go. You have a resource, a person that you can go and talk to and get the answers you need. And if we can't provide them, we will get you the answers that you need. We want you guys to feel like there's an open line of communication. We want you to feel like you're supported. We don't want you to go out this fall and you're leading a group on Thursday night and nobody ever checks in with you or nobody ever is there for you, that you just kind of feel like you're an island off on your own. We are here for you, and so if you need anything, call us, text us, email us, however you can get a hold of us. Grab us on Sunday, set us down and say, I need help with this, because we're here for you. Because we know how vitally important small groups are, and so we want to make sure that you are taken care of. All right, there's all that, okay? So here's how this is going to roll. This is our life group rollout plan, or on-ramps, or whatever the terminology is right now. But this is our rollout plan for the fall, and this is important. And so I hope that you guys get some pencils and pens or rewatch this several times. But here's our rollout plan. So as many of you have been in church over the last several weeks, you've heard me say from stage that coming up we're going to be doing a life group fair, and we're going to encourage everybody to go out and be a part of this, that there's going to be life group leaders out under a tent, and that we want to encourage everybody to be a part of it. Well, here's actually the nuts and bolts of that, because I know many of you have come up and said, well, what am I supposed to be doing? I haven't got any information on this, okay? So here's the particulars on all this. So this Sunday, August the 20th, we are going to be giving everybody a wonderful little sheet like this. It's not this one particular, but they will be getting something like this. And on the inside of it, it's going to have every life group leader listed, as well as the day that they're meeting, and the particular location and the target age group, because many of you guys have groups that are targeted towards 20s and singles, or 30s with kids, or olders and seniors, and so it'll have all of that information on there. And everybody will get one of these this Sunday. Everybody will get one of these the following Sunday on the 27th, and everybody will get one of these on September 3rd again. So everybody will be handed at least 3 of these up in the upcoming weeks. Now, so this will go out this Sunday, and from stage, Bobby Johnson is going to get up, and before offering, he's going to give about a 3-minute informational speech about why we believe life groups are so vitally important. And he's going to get up and he's going to share some story about this and why it's important, and he's going to encourage everybody to be a part of the kickoff or to be a part of signing up in the next 2 weeks, which will be August 27th and September 3rd. Okay? On top of that, on the 27th and the 3rd, Ryan Vandalin and myself are going to be doing a 2-week series on community. And so Ryan's going to kick it off, and he's going to talk about what a life group is, and he's going to do some really neat and innovative things about myths of life groups and then the reality of life groups. And then I'm going to come behind him and talk about the importance of community. And so we're going to spend 2 weeks on that. And then on the 27th and September 3rd, we're actually going to have a life group fair. And it's not going to be a ministry fair. It's not including any of the other ministries or groups out there. It's simply you guys, the life group leaders, those who are discipling people for Jesus. And we're going to move the big white tent, the new tent that we have, and we're going to put it out by the side yard. And what we're asking all of you guys to do is to be underneath that tent at the end of second and before, or excuse me, the end of first and before second, and at the end of second. And what we would like for you guys to do is to have yourself as the leaders or have representatives of your group there on the 27th and the 3rd. And we'd like for you guys to put together just a very small booth. And the reason we're saying small is because the tent isn't huge, and we don't want big 6-foot white tables all the way around it. We just want very welcoming spots. You guys can decorate it however you want, put in there whatever you want, where you can stand, and if you want to do some information about your group, or you just want to be able to be there and talk, however you want to do it, pamphlets or just people, that's completely up to you. We're leaving that up to you guys as the leaders in that. But what we're going to do after each sermon, we're going to give each person, we're going to do an action. And so what we're going to do is we're going to ask people to take out their life group list that they were handed that day, and at the bottom of it, I don't know if you can see it or not, but we're actually going to have a card. And what we're going to encourage people to do after we preach and after we've talked about life groups is we're going to encourage them to go out to the fair, go out under the tent, and to meet you guys, the leaders, and to spend a few minutes talking. And so what we're going to encourage them to do is, hey, ask questions about what kind of group do you do, what kind of functions do you guys do, what are you studying, how many people are in your group, whatever it is, and just meet you guys, the leaders. And what we're going to encourage them to do is when they're ready to actually tear the card off, and it's going to be very simple, with their name, with their telephone number, and they're going to hand it to you guys, the leaders. Okay? And so what we're doing is we're giving you the contact. And then we want you, the leaders, to follow up with these people and to say, hey, we really want you to come. It was really nice to meet you. We're meeting this Wednesday night at 6:45 or whatever it is at this. Here's the address. We really hope to see you there. And so what we're doing is we're empowering you guys, the leaders, to be the shepherds, to be the contact people for all of these people who are interested in joining a life group. And so we're wanting to give you guys just the power to just say, hey, okay, I'm going to shepherd these people. I'm going to take it on myself, and I'm going to contact them, invite them, and make sure they are a part of it. And so that's what we need from you guys on August 27th and September the 3rd, okay? So we'll need you guys out there under the tent. We'll need you guys to have some sort of little booth. We'll make up for you guys a little flyer that just says your group's name. We'll have that ready. You can just grab it out from under the tent, and then you guys will be ready to go. But like I said, if you can be ready after first service and after second, that would be perfect. Last little bit of information, and I know we're at like 15 minutes right now. So the last part of our life group rollout plan is this. On September the 6th, This is going to be our official kickoff for programming. And instead of you guys going to your groups for the first night, we want to celebrate it because it's going to be a huge win for our congregation, and we want to celebrate the people that are connected. We want to celebrate the fact that we've made it through summer and we're ready for this new fall school year, and so we want to celebrate. And so what we're going to do is normal programming time, 5:45 to 8. Okay? Now I know you're saying, whoa, 5:45 is dinner. Yes, 5:45 to 8 is what we're going to plan because dinner's going to be a part of it. And what we're doing is we're going to do a chili cook-off, and we're asking everybody who can, who loves to cook and make chili, to put together a pot of chili for us, bring it out, and we're actually going to have tables and things set up for you guys, and we're going to do like a chili cook-off, and we're going to have people vote on their favorite chili for the night, and we're actually going to have some trophies to hand out to the best chili that was made that night. And we, the church, are going to provide all the trimmings for that, so the sour cream, the cheese, the onions, the whatever else, as well as the desserts and the drinks. So all we're asking is people to bring chili. We're also going to be doing a cornhole tournament, and I promise this one will go better because it's not going to be 900 degrees like the 4th of July was, but we're going to be doing a cornhole tournament as well, and we'll give out little trophies for the winners of that as well. We're going to have music, and we're going to have inflatables for the students and the children. And then the last 15 to 20 minutes, we'll just kind of see how that goes that night. What we're going to do is we'll do a short devotional to kick off our fall school year. And then we're going to actually let each small group meet together out there because we're going to do everything on the back lawn. I'm sorry, I should have said that. We're going to let each life group, students' life groups, adult life groups, and even the kids area, we're going to let them meet together for like the last 5 to 8 minutes, maybe 10. And we're going to let you guys, especially because there's new members, we're going to let you guys meet together, mingle for a few minutes. Hopefully you're doing that already. But, maybe go around, say the names, kind of do a little icebreaker thing, and then pray together for your life group, for the church, and for this new school year, for this new programming time. And then after that, we will officially be kicked off. So then that Sunday, all the groups will be meeting. The following Wednesday, all the studies will take off, and everything will be there. I know that some of you were planning on kicking off on the 6th and actually having your first group. And if that's the case, we've always given you the freedom to do that, and that's up to you guys, the group leaders. But we really, really, really want to encourage each and every one of you to have your groups there on the 6th, to just celebrate, to be a part of it, to get to know each other a little bit before you start opening up in group time. And it'll be a great time. Hey, after that, we're off and running, and I think it's going to be a phenomenal year. I know that Jesus is moving and active, and he is bringing us new people who we simply need to connect to and love on and show them who Jesus is. And I cannot thank you enough for doing that this school year. Like I said, if there's anything you need, please come and see me. I'll be praying for you guys. Thank you guys. We love you so much for everything that you're doing. It's going to be awesome. Be encouraged. Be excited because it's going to be a great fall school year. Thank you guys so much for being a part of this, and we'll talk to you soon. See ya.